Welcome to another day. We started our series on Let's Roll yesterday, and I said to us, as God spoke to Abraham and said to Abraham in Genesis 12 verse 1, he said, Abraham, you need to get up, you need to leave your familiar, you need to leave your comfort zone, you need to come away from those things that are familiar to you, and you need to follow me, because I'm going to show you a new way. I'm going to show you a new land. I'm going to show you new opportunities. And it's the same for us today. Because believe me, as everything begins to go back to normal and all of us go back to work, go back to school, go back to church, go back to our social activities, everything has changed. Your workplace has changed. Your church, I hope, has changed. I know that in my church, a lot of things have changed. Many of the things that we used to think that we could not do without, we now realize that we can, and we must do without them. And most of the things that we thought that they are not possible, we've had to find a way of making it possible during the pandemic months. So your church has changed. Your workplace has changed. The way you shop has changed. Your social activities, believe me, has changed. You may think that you will go back to exactly where you used to be, but a lot of things have changed. And if things have changed so much around us, then it means that you also must change. You must begin to weigh the options you have. You must begin to look at new ways of doing things. In essence, you must now be innovative. You must fend for yourself. You cannot wait for life to happen. You must be innovative, because the changing world is not going to wait for you. And if all that you are doing right now is looking back at the good old days, believe me, the more you look back at the good old days, the more left behind you are going to be, and you cannot afford to be that way. That is why we have reflections. Reflections is to bring you a hope pill, a good news pill. And part of that is that you must move. You must not be left behind. Philippians 3 verse 13, Paul said, forgetting those things that are behind. There are many things that we must put behind us. Many things you must put behind you. Put behind you the quarrels, the fights, the, what do you call them? All the people that you hold a grudge against. Put all that behind you. The person who stepped on your toe, the person who hits you, the person who pinched you, the person, put all of that behind. Forget those things behind and press forward. Paul said, I am forgetting those things. I know that there are some things we cannot afford to forget. But most of the things that we carry in our hearts and refuse to let go are baggage, extra luggage that weigh us down. And because of where we are going, we must be able to fly light. You must be able to travel light. Have you noticed when you're at the airport, when you are carrying 2 heavy suitcases and somebody is just going with their carry-on, you yourself know the speed with which that person moves and the way that you have to move, manipulating and maneuvering with 2 heavy suitcases. Forget those things that are behind. Look for the essentials of life. Because in this new future that we are stepping into, you must be part of those who are in the forefront and who are winning. You must win. You must win. You must be one of the trailblazers, and you cannot afford to carry all those things along with you. If there's somebody who is hurting you, please drop them and leave them alone and move forward. If there's somebody who is trying to hinder you, please sidestep them and move forward. Just sidestep them and get in front of them and run ahead of them. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody hinder you. Forgetting those things that are behind. Press forward. Let's roll. God bless you. I'll see you again tomorrow by God's grace. It's Fumi Obilano and it's Reflections.